Hello, guys, and thanks for joining us on today's interesting episode of Madrid My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti talks Valverde, Rüdiger, Tchouaméni, Kroos, Kepa, and Lunin ahead of Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup. We are going to be talking you through that on this episode as we move forward. And shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention to highlight you through what Real Madrid midfielder Federico Valverde had to say when quizzed about a potential move to Saudi Arabia and how much could convince him for such a move to materialize. We are going to be talking you through that as well on this episode as we move forward. So please stay tuned to right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so you do not miss on our next update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid will be aiming to get a step closer to winning the first title of the 2023-24 season when they lock horns with city rivals Atletico Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup semi-finals. Having fallen to Barcelona in the finals of the tournament last year, Los Blancos will be eager to get the distance this time out, but find Diego Simeone and co. standing in their way as the first hurdle. The Colchoneros are the only team to have beaten Real Madrid this season, something that is bound to play on the meat of Carlo Ancelotti and his men. Ahead of the big game, Ancelotti addressed the media from Riyadh and started off by offering his condolences following the passing away of football legend Franz Beckenbauer. Before I start, I would like to remember two figures who have left us these days. One is Zagallo, the other is Beckenbauer. Both have left a lot of good things and I wanted to remember them, the Real Madrid boss said. Having lost to Atletico in La Liga, Ancelotti was asked if Real Madrid were looking forward to taking revenge, to which he said, "We are really looking forward to this game and we want to fight for silverware. The match against Atletico will be a close and competitive game. The last game we played against Atletico did us a lot of damage and I think we can improve our version and beat them." The big question heading into the Super Cup semi-finals is if Ancelotti will start with Andre Lunin or Kepa Balaga in goal. Addressing the matter, he said Kepa or Lunin will play, but I don't want to say it now, he said. Having drawn Atletico in the Copa del Rey round of 16 as well, Real Madrid will face their neighbors 3 times within a month, with a La Liga fixture coming up in early February as well. The calendar is what it is. We are up against Atletico Madrid and we have to play. Personally, I don't like to meet this team, but they have the same thought. The fans are going to enjoy it, that's for sure, Ancelotti said. The Real Madrid manager then reserved praises for Federico Valverde, highlighting his quality and versatility, saying, "Valverde is a complete player who can play football in many ways. He can play as a winger, as a pivot, and he is very important. It is very rare to find a midfielder with this profile in the market, and we are lucky that we have him. He can improve and he has to have more character. He is very humble and that profile is a way In a way, it's good, but sometimes having a bit of arrogance makes you stronger. Valverde has formed a strong partnership in midfield with Toni Kroos recently, but Ancelotti insisted that he has other options who can walk into the lineup, saying, "The pairing of Valverde and Kroos can be broken because I have a lot more options now with the return of Tchouaméni and Camavinga." Discussing his Atletico Madrid counterpart Diego Simeone, who also signed a new contract not very long ago, Ancelotti remarked, "I feel very well in this environment at Real Madrid, and as an outside observer, I think Simeone feels very well in the Atletico environment. He is the ideal profile." Discussing his relationship with the Atletico Madrid boss, Ancelotti further added, "I have a lot of relationship of respect with Simeone. We know each other because we have played against each other many times. When he played for Lazio, he scored a goal against me when I was coaching Juventus to win the league. We are neighbors and sometimes we see each other and talk. A win would earn a spot in the final, while Los Blancos could face Barcelona or Osasuna." Discussing the prospect of taking on the Blaugranas, Ancelotti stated, "I know that Barcelona is a team that always compete and that we have to respect. They have always been a great rival and always will be. There are words of praise for informed defender Antonio Rüdiger as well," as Ancelotti said. "Rüdiger is very attentive, very focused. He has a lot of qualities. He has experience and he has very good defensive knowledge. His best quality is that he is a pessimist because he always thinks that something bad can happen." On whether he had received proposals from Saudi Arabia, he said, "No, it is not true that I have offers from clubs in Saudi Arabia. They have forgotten about me," he said. Having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time, and Hala Madrid to us all.